Did you know your heart pumps about 2000 gallons of blood every day, which is equal to 75,708 liters of blood? This amount of blood can be donated to 252 persons. Is it not amazing? Did you know your heart beats 70 to 80 times per minute? That means in 1 hour 4700 to 5000 beats per hour. That means in 24 hours your heart beats about 1,15,000 to 1 lakh. Do you have any idea what would be the total length if all the artery and veins are joined together? Yes, my dear, it is about 10 lakh kilometers. That means you can reach halfway towards moon. So blood vessels are tubes or narrow pipes in which blood circulates, and these blood vessels only enables blood to reach each and every part of your body. You know that blood is very important component, one of the liquid connective tissue through which hormones, enzymes, molecules, nutrients, all the essential things are reaching to the entire part of your body for the survival of cells. So blood vessels plays very important role in the transportation of blood also. So these blood vessels are of basically three types. These are arteries. Here I have written arteries, capillaries and veins. So you can see here I have written capillaries in between. There is one logic. The logic is this capillaries, it is the junction point of artery and vein. Okay, I will explain you about the artery in detail. Before that, let's move a little bit about the artery and vein. So first, artery. This artery, its basic function is to carry oxygenated blood from the heart, basically from left atrium to the different part of the body. Why I have written left atrium? In my previous video, we have gone through the structure of the heart, where you have seen that left atrium pumps oxygenated blood to the entire body, and it is done through the artery or the biggest artery known as aorta. Now vein, it brings the oxygenated blood from the entire body to the heart, right? Vein brings deoxygenated blood from the entire body to the heart. Now in between I have written your capillary. What this capillary does? Capillary are the meeting point of artery and veins. See in this picture I have made here. Here you can see this capillary. One side there is your vein, another side there is your artery, and in between this junction is called as the capillary. Clear? So here is the exchange. These capillaries are the very thin-walled blood vessels, you can say, very thin-walled blood vessels. Thin-walled in the sense of they have less layer of cells, so that the exchange of nutrients can easily occur over there through these portions. These all portions which are around here, no? These all portions is responsible for the exchange of materials in between different organs and tissues. So this junction point is called as capillaries. Through the capillary also one more important function happens, that this through this artery, whatever oxygenated blood enters and transported to different organ, when in the meantime this capillary they receive the waste materials and the carbon dioxide also from the tissue, and it goes inside the vein. Once again I am repeating, this artery they bring oxygen and food and nutrients to the tissue and organ, and this vein they collect those carbon dioxide and waste materials which was produced inside the cell. So artery is supplying oxygen and nutrient, and vein is collecting the carbon dioxide and the waste materials. It is occurring through the capillaries. Okay, so I hope there is no doubt. Now here I have written in capillary section, capillaries are the meeting point of artery and veins. Capillaries are the thin walled blood vessels, and exchange of nutrients like O2, CO2 biochemicals occurs through the capillaries. So this is all about basics of the blood vessels. Now you see the structure of artery and vein. So first I am writing the structure of artery. Before studying the structure of artery, you should know the aorta. It is the biggest artery of the body. This aorta is only connected to the left atrium, left ventricle of your heart, which receives the oxygenated blood first. Then this oxygenated blood is given to artery, okay, from the aorta. Now this artery, you know that it carries oxygenated blood from heart to the entire body. Now third is your arterioles. These are very small branches of the arteries and forms capillaries. Okay, so aorta is the biggest artery, then arteries, and third is your arterioles, more smaller branches. Like in case of lungs, you have seen, no, trachea, bronchi and bronchioles, and ultimately it becomes the alveoli. Understand? Similarly, aorta, artery and arterioles. In case of vein also same. Vena cava is the biggest vein, then your vein, which carries deoxygenated blood from entire body to the heart, and third is venule. And one more point I have to mention here, that vena cava, I have given star mark, you can see here. This star mark is given because vena cava, there are two vena cava. One is your superior vena cava and another one is inferior vena cava. Please write it down in your copy. Superior vena cava and inferior vena cava. About this vena cava, I have already mentioned in the previous video where I discussed about the structure of heart. So you can see here aorta, vena cava, artery, vein, arterioles and venules. So this is the comparison. Now see the structure of artery. Arteries are muscular tissue made up of smooth muscles. Each artery has three layers. The intima is the innermost layer. It is also called as endothelium. The middle layer is named as tunica media, and the outer layer is known as tunica adventitia or tunica externa. So the diagram also you can see here. I have drawn the diagram also for you. Here you can see. This is the longitudinal section, and this is the transverse section of your artery. So tunica media in you can see the deep blue color inside one. This one, tunica media. I have pointed here also deep blue. This one, tunica media is red color, and tunica externa is your this light blue color. So this is the longitudinal section, and this one is the transverse section. So you can go through this. Now again come back to the structure of the artery. Now arteries are present deep inside the muscles. Okay. Number 3, arteries do not possess any valve inside the lumen. So this point you keep it in your mind. Arteries do not possess any valve, whereas you can see this side that here veins. This is about veins. This vein, there are valves inside the most vein to prevent backflow of blood. That means inside the vein there is your valves, but inside the artery valve is not there. But arteries are muscular than the veins. See here I have written, in case of structure of vein, you can see they are, see, like arteries, veins are also composed of 3 layers: tunica intima, tunica media and tunica adventitia. Okay, here you can see in the diagram. Yes, this is a diagram of vein. See, in case of artery, valve was not there. See, green color here I have drawn. So valves are there, but in case of artery, valves were not there. Okay, otherwise other things are same, right? See these 2 diagram. Yes, there is no valve and there is valve. Now, so hope you understand this. Now there is one assignment, means some questions are there. You have to write the answer for this. The first question is write 5 difference. This is the assignment. Write 5 difference between artery and vein. See, from this above you can make and write 5 difference between artery and vein. It can be structural function, it can be difference between the functions. You can write structural difference also, you can write functional difference also, you can write. And now assignment number 2 is explain why arteries are more muscular than vein. This is also one of the very important question. Think and write these questions. My second number assignment is you have to think and write, okay, why arteries are more muscular than vein. Please write these 2 answers. Then in the third slide I would like to explain you about the different types of vein. You can easily see the first name is superficial vein. What is the superficial vein? These superficial veins which are very closer to the surface of the body. So what is the surface of your body? Obviously your skin. So superficial veins are present near your skin, right? Second is deep veins. They are present deep inside the body, obviously. Now third is perforated veins. The word meaning of perforator is like a drain. Okay, it is a drain, or it is a small connection between the superficial and the deep vein. Number 5 is your communicating vein. These communicating veins are comparatively bigger than your perforator vein, and they are also the connector between the superficial vein and the deep vein. Both of this perforator vein and communicating veins, their functions are same, that creating connection between the superficial and the deep vein. But perforator veins are you can say like the diameter is less than the communicating vein. Communicating veins diameter is more than the perforator vein, but their functions are same. Actually this big vein, because of this big size, this communicating vein, they cannot reach to the finest part of the body. Okay, but a small vein can easily reach to the finest part of the body. So here is the difference between the perforator vein and the communicating vein. Number 5, number I have not mentioned here. So see this pulmonary vein. This pulmonary vein is very important, and this is the exception, that this pulmonary vein, it carries oxygenated blood. Till now whatever veins I was talking about, they were carrying the deoxygenated blood to the heart, but here it is opposite. Pulmonary vein carries oxygenated blood from lungs to the heart. Okay. Now fifth is your systemic vein. This systemic vein is the function is deliver deoxygenated blood to the heart. That is your you can say vena cava is a part of the systemic vein. And number 6 is umbilical vein. This umbilical vein, it is it's a special kind of vein, because this is present in the pregnant women, because this umbilical vein, it brings nutrient and oxygen rich blood to the embryo through the placenta and umbilical cord. Because of this umbilical cord, the name is given umbilical vein. This is a very new kind of things which you're learning here, that different kinds of veins. Actually these different kinds of veins are not there in your syllabus, but I thought of to teach you. So please just go through this, have the knowledge of different types of veins and arteries also. Now different types of arteries. Number 1 is your carotid artery. This carotid artery is supply blood to the head and the neck, means upper part of the body. Renal artery, which I have discussed in your class, the renal artery supply blood to the kidney while I was teaching about the structure and function of nephron. Just remember those class. This renal artery supply blood, nutrients, oxygen to the kidney, and even for the purification also. Number 3 is aorta. Aorta, you know, biggest artery. It supply blood to entire body from the left ventricle. Number 4 is your coronary artery. It is one of the very important artery, because This artery it supply blood to the heart muscle itself, because heart also need oxygen and food for their survival. So this coronary artery is supplied inside the heart and it supply blood to the heart muscle. Next is your vertebral artery. This vertebral artery supply blood to neck and vertebrae. Vertebrae means your spine, okay, spine and inside the spinal cord even, but not exactly spinal cord, you just think it is spine, because inside the spine there is a cerebrospinal fluid, so presence of blood is not supposed to be there. Now next is your ulnar, ulnar, ulnar artery. This ulnar artery supply blood to hand, wrist, arms, and you can say limbs of your body, different limbs of your body. So this is all about your blood vessels. So please go through these blood vessels, write these notes. You can take a screenshot of these notes which I have made for you. Okay, so thank you.